Hey everyone, welcome to LiveProg. My name is Marcel and I received the package. Now I am about to do an interview with the one and only Sir Arjen Anthony Lucassen, but I have some time. So before I do that, there you go. The new album by The Foundation Project, or The Foundation, well it says here, thefoundationproject.nl. The Foundation, Relations. This is the second album, and look at it. It's sealed, so I haven't opened it yet, of course. I just unwrapped it. But look at it. It's a beautiful hardcover book. I need to listen to this album before, of course, I can continue this video. That's pretty obvious. But even before I listen to the music, I can already say this is the reason why you want to buy the CD. And why you don't want to go to Spotify and I mean, look at it. When someone comes to your home, you want to show this. You can show it to someone. It's like, hey man, look at this cool CD. Look at the beautiful artwork. Look at the beautiful package and everything. That is cool. Then you put on the music. It enhances the experience. So, again, you know, that's why buy a CD. Then you have this beautiful thing. And otherwise you just have to show your phone to people. It's like, hey man, here's a song. I like it. I don't know. I don't like that. But anyway, I gotta listen to this first. So give me I don't know how long this album lasts, but give me an hour. I'll be back.
1 hour later.
Okay. It's a little bit more than an hour. I'll give you that. But I unpacked it. As you can see, I opened it up. Here's the beautiful CD. I listened to the album. I got carried away. That happens. You know, sometimes you have music that you lose track of time with. That reminds me of something. What that is, I'll tell you in a moment. But first, a word from our sponsor.
I'm Michael Wiesenbeck. You may know me from my solo projects, or China Blue, or Snake Union, my Joanne Joanne tribute band, or Fanfield's total tribute album. And you're watching LiveProg.
Maybe you remember that in April 2024 I did a review of this one, Mask, the first album by The Foundation. And amongst other things, I said that this is an album you can wake me up in the middle of the night for and then play it to me. But also that while listening to this album, I was so caught up in the music, I lost track of time. Everything I said about Mask applies to Relations. I called this one modern neo-prog. I know that's probably not the correct term, but, well, I still want to apply that term to Relations. Modern sounding neo-progressive rock. It's beautiful music. I absolutely love it. The fact that whatever I said about Mask can apply to Relations is because in essence it is the same band that pretty much makes the same kind of music. They are not repeating themselves on this one. This one definitely has a lot of different new other things to enjoy. There are a lot of changes between the albums, but in general the sound that the band brings is similar, and that's what I like. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love this album so much. They got a nice press sheet along with the album, which is nice. There was one line that kind of struck me, because normally, you know, it's not unusual for a band to come up with a new album. I mean, that's why they're a band, right? Well, this is technically not a band, it's a project. But it starts to feel a bit like a band, especially because in this one they actually list a lineup. It says here, after many positive reviews and likes, The Foundation decided to release a second album called Relations. So, a lot of people loved Mask and showed that, and that got them to like, okay, people are liking our music, we gotta continue. And then they decided to make Relations. Well, I am really happy they did. The lineup, I'm gonna cheat again from this one. We have, well, familiar names, of course. Mark Schmidt on vocals and keyboards. Rini Huygen, electric and acoustic guitars and backing vocals. Jens van der Valk, electric guitars. Gijs Koopman, bass, Taurus pedals and keyboards. Masaki Shimakawa on violin. Interesting, that's a new name. That's the only new name, by the way. Judith van der Valk on flute, tin whistle and low whistle. Jan Grijpstra on drums and Ron Lammers on keyboards. This time we have 3 people playing the keyboards, so you can imagine the lush keyboard sounds are abundantly on this album. Something I noticed when I was looking at the credits of the album while listening, of course. I mean, I just put on the album, go through the booklet and see what else strikes me when I see that. And I noticed that on Mask, Judith van der Valk plays on 2 songs. On Relations, she plays on 5 songs. And I like that. These additions of flute and tin whistles, I like that. It adds a lot to it. Also, the fact that they added violin is something that I always like in an album. So that is great. On top of that, of course, the lush, as I mentioned them, the lush keyboards. There are nice, heavy parts in it, crunchy guitars in it, nice solos in it. Musically, everything there and here. Just more of the same. That sounds not good. I don't mean it that way. I mean it in the same that if you have something that you like and you get more of it, you're happy, right? That's with this one. I'm happy with that one. With Mask, Ron Lammers wrote all the music. The whole concept, everything was his. Mark Smith wrote the lyrics. But on Relations, they changed that. Ron Lammers only wrote 2 of the 8 songs. The remaining songs were written by Rini Huigen, Gijs Koopman and Mark Smith. And there's an interesting bit about that, but I'll get to that. Let's start with the beginning. Because the first song is called Alpha. And the last track of the album is called Omega. Well, the first and the last letter in the Greek alphabet. There's also another meaning to Alpha and Omega. And if you know the band, if you read the booklet, you get what I mean. But of course, it is a symbol for the first and last. But when you read the lyrics in the booklet and listen to the song, then you will see that it is not just the first and the last song. There is a story that connects these two. A story that starts with Alpha. I would say it ends with Omega, but when you carefully read the lyrics, you see that this is a story that has no end. And that I found very intriguing. So the lyrics are written very nicely. In a way you get what they mean, but at the same time they leave enough room that you can have your thoughts about it, and that's really nice. I'm not going to go through all the songs, but there are a few that I found interesting. Rubber Band. That is definitely one I found interesting because, and I'm forgetting something because I'm going ahead of myself again, as usual when I'm enthusiastic about music. The album is called Relations, and you can imagine that is pretty much the overall theme. So the album deals with relations between people, between parents and their children, between nature, between a person and a higher power, and even relations with life itself. And when you listen to the album, when you read the lyrics, you will find that questions have been asked, feelings and thoughts are shared. But all of that in a sauce of delicious music. Now, one of these relations between a parent and a child is the subject in Rubber Band. And it deals with a grown-up daughter leaving home and a parent reflecting on that. I'm guessing it is a personal story by Ron himself. But it's a really beautiful song. It's beautiful lyrics. And I gotta say, this is probably my standout song, my favorite song. Well, it's not my standout song, it's my favorite song on the album. The standout song is track number 4. And I hope I'll say it correctly. Ses Lunettes Noires. Yeah, a French song. That was one of the first things I saw when I looked at the back. It's like, they got a French song in it. This is the one song that Mark Smith did not write the lyrics for, but he wrote the music. Hey, that's a little bit of a change. So it's interesting how all that works. The lyrics are written by Hugo Asensio. Yeah, I was like, okay, who is that? So I looked him up and I came across his Instagram page and it's like, he works for Yves Saint Laurent. And when I looked at him in the pictures on his Instagram, he always wears dark glasses, dark sunglasses. And when you translate Ses Lunettes Noires to English, It's the dark glasses. I don't know if it's the dark sunglasses, but at least it's the dark glasses. So, yeah, that kind of fits him. But he did mention that song on his Instagram, and he said that he was, really honored to have been wrote the lyrics for it, and that it is a very personal song for him. Now, I gotta be honest, I haven't translated the lyrics so far. Maybe I should, to see what the song is really all about. But it's an interesting concept that they included that. And it shows a little bit that the band is going through some changes. At first it was Ron doing the music, Mark doing the lyrics. But now they are starting to really work as a band where several members write the lyrics, write the music, do changes, and at the same time, when you listen to it, it still feels like an album by The Foundation. You don't hear all of a sudden different things or something. Now, it all fits nicely together in one beautiful song, which has a nice opening and ending song, and in between a lot of beautiful other songs. So I can only say, wow, I'm just as impressed with Relations as I was with Mask. And I can only say, if you don't have this album yet, you should get a copy of it, because it is beautiful music. If you enjoyed Mask and you don't have Relations, why? Artwork, I showed you the artwork in the video, again by Douwe Fledderus from Blissy Design. I'll mention that, otherwise he will, definitely. But again, beautiful artwork, and that is what I absolutely love about them too. They really pay attention to the packages, make it beautiful, make it something that people want to have, people want to show to other people. It's about the music, but the way they present it is also pretty awesome. And the album is also available on vinyl, if that is your preferred medium to listen to it. So whether you have it on CD or on vinyl, or you listen to it on streaming, as long as you listen to the album, because it is absolutely beautiful. I have been talking way too long. I'm going to end this, but I have one question to ask for you. Well, two questions actually. Are you enjoying this album? That's question number one. And what is your favorite song of the album? Let me know in the comments. I'll look forward to reading them. And I'm going back to listen a little bit more to this album.